And good evening, everyone. Welcome into Stuart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where tonight, Illinois Tech women's soccer is hosting Hope College in non-conference NCAA Division III women's soccer action. Hello, everyone. This is Eric Willowhite, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. This is the second meeting between these two schools. Hope won the initial meeting just last September 14th. It was a 2-1 victory over the Scarlet Hawks. That was only one of three losses the Hawks had on the season. So a 2-1 victory for the Flying Dutch in that game, and the Scarlet Hawks probably looking for a little bit of revenge from that, as that was their first loss of the season last year, on their way to a historic season, qualifying for the NCAA tournament for the first time, the Scarlet Hawks, and making it to the Sweet 16. The Flying Dutch come in with a record of 2-2. They last played this past Saturday. They lost against St. Olaf 3-1. So they started out 2-0, and they have fallen to 2-2 after a pair of losses in Minnesota. Illinois Tech coming in with a record of 3-0. They last played this past Saturday as a 4-0 win against Elmhurst. And again, a 3-0 start for the Scarlet Hawks. Let's go over the starters first for Hope College. In goal, junior from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 1, Clara Feenstra. Senior midfielder from Cumming, Georgia, number 4, Grace Fowler. Senior midfielder from Fishers, Indiana, number 9, Lauren Ellinger. Senior forward from Macomb, Michigan, number 10, Lina Rea. Senior defender from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 11, Olivia Diepa. Sophomore defender, number 16, Adeline Raid. Senior forward, number 20, Claudia Folkert. Junior midfielder, number 23, Jenna Schreiber. Junior defender, number 24, Audra Usiak. Senior defender, 25, Megan McCauley. And a junior forward, number 27, Holly Bernard. For Coach Holly Van Noord's Flying Dutch.
Kayla Hampton, Duval, Washington.
Lena Yanara, Geneva, Illinois.
Lily Schuth, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Gabriella Baltus, Plymouth, Minnesota.
Grace Yeager, Las Vegas, Nevada. Allie Murray, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hannah Ramos, Tucson, Arizona.
Kelly Hitchcock, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Tuessa Bartolia, Saratoga, California.
Taylor Hernandez, San Clemente, California.
Kayla Smith, Redmond, Washington.
Enter the field or bench areas are restricted to student athletes, coaches, game officials, game day staff, and authorized personnel. Unauthorized individuals violating this policy will be subject to removal from Stuart Field.
I like it.
Now, let's meet our starting lineups, beginning with Hope College. A junior goalkeeper from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 1, Clara Feenstra. A senior midfielder from Cumming, Georgia, number 4, Grace Fowler. A senior midfielder from Fishers, Indiana, number 9, Lauren Ellinger. A senior forward from Macomb, Michigan, number 10, Lina Rea. A senior defender from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 11, Olivia Diepa. A sophomore defender from Jenison, Michigan, number 16, Adeline Rad. A senior forward from Ada, Michigan, number 20, Claudia Folkert. A junior midfielder from Jenison, Michigan, number 23, Jenna Schreiber. A junior defender from Dimmondale, Michigan, number 24, Audra Usiak. A senior defender from Rockford, Michigan, number 25, Megan McCauley. A junior forward from Rockford, Michigan, number 27, Hallie Bernard. The Flying Dutch are coached by Holly Van Noord in her second season, assisted by Elliot Slank and Megan Bigelow. And now for your Scarlet Hawks. A junior goalkeeper from Duval, Washington, number 1, Kayla Hampton. A senior forward from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. A senior midfielder from St. Charles, Missouri, number 5, Allison Murray. A sophomore defender from Geneva, Illinois, number 6, Lena Yonahara. A sophomore midfielder from Tucson, Arizona, number 8, Hannah Ramos. A grad student forward from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 10, Kelly Hitchcock. A first-year forward from San Clemente, California, number 11, Taylor Hernandez. A sophomore defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 13, Liliana Schuth. A senior defender from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriela Baltes. A first-year defender from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 18, Grace Yeager. A first-year forward from Saratoga, California, number 25, Vesa Fathulia. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by Roshane Ellison in his 11th season, and assistant coaches Alan Garcia Pina, Julian Soto, Tom Paparunis, Lucy Jajorian, Sarah Thomas, Jillian Ogeslager. Would all fans now please rise and remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back into the broadcast booth for Illinois Tech women's soccer here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. You heard the starters for both teams. You saw the starters for Illinois Tech in their starters video. Captain's meeting has taken place. The walkout has taken place, and we're about ready to get started here on the south side of Chicago on a beautiful night. Wind has died down a little bit, so it's a mild night. Not much humidity to speak of, so just a beautiful night here on the south side of Chicago. Welcome in to our viewers, whether you're a Hope College Flying Dutch fan or an Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawk fan. We appreciate you tuning in to the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and supporting women's college athletics. Hope College will be in their road dark blue with orange numerals, white trim. They'll be going left to right from your viewing vantage point. Illinois Tech will be in their home white with red numerals, going right to left to start things off here in the first half. Again, your starting goalkeepers for Hope College, junior Clara Feenstra. Feenstra will be in the fluorescent green or yellow to your left, and to your right, it'll be Kayla Hampton, the junior transfer from Duval, Michigan, in light blue. Both goalkeepers wearing the number 1. Illinois Tech will start the match in the circle. And we're underway here at Stuart Field. Hope College with the early possession here. And they'll get a touch immediately over to Feenstra, who boots that over to the far sideline. And it'll go over to the far corner. Illinois Tech will pursue. And it goes out of bounds for an Illinois Tech throw-in. Again, these records, Hope College coming in with a record of 2-2. They last played on Saturday against St. Olaf. They lost that game 3-1 up in Minnesota. And Illinois Tech hosted Elmhurst University. They were 4-0 winners in that game, extending their season opening unbeaten streak to 3-0 winning streak. And we mentioned these two teams played for the first time last year. Hope College won that match up in Holland by a score of 2-1. And that was the first loss on the season for Illinois Tech. One of only 3 losses the team suffered on the season. So Hawks looking for a little bit measure of payback, as much as you can say about a early season non-conference match. But you want to play your best heading into conference play. The Hawks have one more non-conference match coming up this Saturday as they'll travel to Indiana to take on Rose-Hulman. And then conference play starts next Wednesday as they'll host Aurora right back here at Stuart Field. The Hawks with several home matches to start the season as Kayla Smith takes the ball on the near sideline, trying to cross it through to Hannah Ramos. Ramos breaks free, and she'll tap it back over to Kayla Smith. Smith rolls high to Allie Murray. Murray to Grace Yeager. Will swing it back to Ramos. Ramos will come back up high, feeding it into Kelly Hitchcock. Kelly Hitchcock returned to the pitch last Saturday after a year-plus absence from injury. And she was injured the first 2 matches of the season, but she returned to the pitch for the first time in over a year this past Saturday, and she got the game's first goal. So that's how Kelly does it. A graduate student from Scottsdale, Arizona. Lina Rea dropped that one back to Adeline Rad, and now Hope College will come up on the attack. That one's going to roll, and Kayla Hampton will make an early play on it. No blue jerseys in the vicinity at the moment. And now applying nominal pressure is Rea. Gabby Baltez will bring the ball upfield, swing it to Yeager. Grace Yeager, the current Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Offensive Player of the Week in women's soccer. She had a big assist in the Scarlet Hawks' 1-0 victory over North Central College this past Wednesday. And on Saturday, she tallied a goal, so 3 points for the first-year player. And she was named a NAC Women's Soccer Offensive Player of the Week for her performance last week. Number 18 in white. Far sideline, that one goes out, and that'll be Illinois Tech ball for the throw-in. Be Yonahara with the throw, trying to get it over to Ramos. That's quickly ejected out of the zone by Hope College. Hitchcock tracks it down in the circle and finds Yeager. Yeager to Ramos. Back to Murray. Upfield to Yonahara. She'll cut inside, then outside, then back inside. Crossfield to Yeager. Yeager to Hernandez. Back to Yeager. Yeager was pushed from behind, but able to receive the ball. And now Hampton will take it and change direction for the Hawks as Lily Schuth will move it over on that far side. Hampton tried to boot that one upfield, shanked it, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Hope College on that far sideline. Murray will knock that one upfield. Hernandez tried to drop it back, and eventually it gets to Illinois Tech and Yonahara. It goes out of bounds. This will be a Hope College throw-in once more. Well, I thought that one might have went off the hand of the Hope player, but they play on as Ramos brings the ball upfield, but immediately taken away by the Flying Dutch Grace Fowler. Flying Dutch opened their season with a 3-0 victory over Milwaukee School of Engineering, MSOE, one of the Hawks' top rivals in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. So in terms of common opponents, nice defensive play there by Ramos, interrupting that rush, and then she maintains possession, pushes it to the circle. But the Flying Dutch putting a 3-0 beating on MSOE in the opening match of the season. Had to sting for the Raiders. And again, the Hawks and the Raiders have been battling out the last several years. The Hawks finally were able to get past the Raiders in the conference tournament to qualify for their first NCAA tournament appearance. And as you mentioned in the opening, making it all the way to the Sweet 16. Now here's Hope College. Inside the zone is Holly Bernard. Throwing it towards the box, but Gabriella Baltez picks that off. Tries to push it upfield. And now Kayla Smith takes it. Across the field to Lena Yonahara. Yonahara with a little real estate gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez, nice pass to Valthulia. Tavessa Valthulia, the first-year player. Breaks free, shot! Oh, and it just goes wide. Great offensive work there from the Scarlet Hawks. Great ball movement. And Valthulia's shot just going wide of that near post, or left post. And it'll be a goal kick for Hope College, so good opportunity for the Hawks. Goes wide. But, again, good passing on that offensive rush. Started with the push by Kayla Smith, and then it was just some pinpoint passing to get it to a breaking Valthulia. Was able to get past and get that shot off. Over to the near sideline, Grace Yeager will flag it down, pressured by Bernard. Yeager on the near sideline. Upfield she goes. That's going to curl out of bounds just by midfield. And throw in for Hope College. And taking that will be Edelyn Rad. Rad at midfield. Ball knocked away. Here's Hernandez. Stutter step, trying to lead Kayla Smith. Smith keeps it in bounds. Now she cuts to the back line. Kayla Smith. Cross. Up high. Hannah Ramos tried to gather it up. Now it's punched upfield. Kelly Hitchcock with a shot blocked. Back to Hernandez, now Smith. Into the box. Valthulia, another shot, and that one goes wide. Another feed for the first-year player. Now she's shaken up in the box there. See if she's able to get on her feet. Yeah, she's back up, but Nice job by Smith. Crossed that one in, and Valtulia trying to get another shot off, but that goes wide of that left post again. So just off target a couple times, but Hawks getting a couple good chances here. That ball taking a while to come down. Here's Barnard. Drop it to Rad. Rad inside the box, trying to get it inside the box, but Yeager will flag it down. Push it upfield to Kelly Hitchcock. Hitchcock being tracked from behind. She'll spin and drop it to Murray in the circle. Hawks will look to swing it the other way with Liliana Schuth tracking it down. Touch to Yonahara across his midfield. Pushing it to Hitchcock. Just out in front. Here's Hitchcock. Left foot shot. Slow roller. She just couldn't get a whole lot on it. She had to fire it with the left foot. And able to make the save was Feenstra. So Hitchcock kind of had to improvise there. She was going away from the net. Able to still put it on net and forcing Feenstra to make a save. So another opportunity for the Scarlet Hawks. They just haven't been able to cash in yet, but at least a good sign offensively that they've been carrying the play at least early. Now here's Kayla Smith. And that ball is too far out in front, and it's going to roll over the back line. That'll be a corner kick for Illinois Tech. Taylor Hernandez will move over to the box to take the kick for the Hawks. Coach Pena directing traffic for the Hawks. Inside the box, and a score! Was it? So Allie Murray gets the header and the goal for the Hawks, and they go up 1-0 with an assist from Taylor Hernandez on the corner. Yeah. So having some problems with the far side scoreboard, but it's up on the big board. 33 minutes remaining here in the first half. A 1-0 lead for Illinois Tech. Allie Murray with the header. And again, just before that corner kick, Coach Alan Garcia Pena was directing traffic, told Kayla Smith to drop, Lena Yonahar to go to the top of the box, and then for Allie to go inside. And that's exactly who wound up getting the goal, was Allie Murray. So some strategic placement of players, and it paid off with Allie Murray getting the goal for the Hawks and a 1-0 lead here with 32-34 remaining in the opening half. Throw in for the Hawks. That's over the head of Valthuya. Schuth will head it down. Crossfield to Hope. They'll bring it inside the zone. Lena Rea swinging out wide to Fulkert. Claudia Fulkert tried to get it inside the box. Schuth got in front of that one. But Hope College will pursue. Chip shot towards the box. Barnard trying to track it down. It's knocked out of bounds, and that'll result in a corner kick for Hope College. So Hope College getting their first corner kick, and taking it will be Edlin Rad. That one hanging up a while, and it goes wide of the box. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Kayla Hampton will put it down and look to take the kick for the Hawks. Just swings it over to Baltez to her left. Now Grace Yeager. Smith inside her own zone. Swings it to Yeager, who punches it upfield over the midfield stripe. Headed forward by Hernandez, but then knocked back by Megan McCauley. And then on to the foot of Clara Feenstra, who swings it wide to the far side, rolls out right around midfield where Lena Yonahara will take a throw in for Illinois Tech. Yonahara looking for an outlet. Hands up. Trying to get it to Valthulia, but it's headed out of bounds. That'll be Illinois Tech throw a little deeper inside the zone. Yonahara again. She found Hernandez that time, but it got punched back upfield. Tracking it down will be Schuth. Rolls out of bounds. And that'll be a Hope College throw inside Hawk territory along the far side of the field. 1-0 Illinois Tech. Goal off the corner kick by Allie Murray, with the assist going to the corner kicker, Taylor Hernandez. Hernandez picking up another assist. The first-year player has scored in, I want to say, 3 of the 4 games she's played this season. Now play along the near sideline. Hawks trying to push it upfield. It goes across, however, and that is Folkert. Folkert pushes it wide, trying to reach Ellinger. Hawks take possession, however. Valthulia to Hernandez. Off Hernandez, and a battle on that far side with Jenna Schreiber. Hitchcock retrieves, and then Murray. 29 minutes to go in the opening half, 1-0 Illinois Tech. In this non-conference matchup between these two teams, second meeting ever. Hope College winning the initial matchup between the two teams last September 14th up in Holland by a score of 2-1. Here's Baltez to Hernandez. Taylor Hernandez stops, cuts back to the left, and now finds Hitchcock at midfield. Kayla Smith to her left. But Hitchcock goes into the middle of the field, but stumbling a little bit was Hernandez, who loses the handle. Hope College will look to go the other way. Intercepted by Grace Yeager. Right place, right time for number 18 in white. And now Liliana Schuth. Yonahara pushing it upfield. Finds Hernandez. Swings it wide. Hitchcock to Grace Yeager. Yeager activated. Swinging it to Kayla Smith. Smith. Chip now to Hannah Ramos. Ramos cutting inside. Ramos! Shot! Oh, and that one goes wide of the far post. The Hawks with 3 golden opportunity chances on net that have gone wide. That time from Ramos, and now we'll have a couple substitutions for Hope College. Coming off is Barnard, and coming on is Ainsley Harris. Also coming on is 19 Liz Bellinger, and checking out number 9 Laura Ellinger. So Bellinger for Ellinger. Kick from Feenstra. That'll go towards the circle. Headed down by Hope College, but Yeager there for support and Schuth. But it's picked up by the sub who just came on, one of them, Ainsley Harris. Harris swings it to the circle. Hope College inside the zone, trying to push it into Grace Fowler, but that one was picked off, lofted up field, headed down by Yeager, and now Allie Murray will get a beat on it. Swing it to Kelly Hitchcock. Hitchcock being played off the ball there by Ingsley Harris. So Harris having an immediate impact as she's come into the game here. Obviously a reason why one of the first subs that Coach Holly Van Noord in her second season put on the pitch for Hope College to get some energy and attack going, and Harris has supplied that in the short time she's been out on the field. Rad will take the throw, chipped away by Yeager to the circle, but headed back in to Grace Fowler. It's going to roll over and out along the near sideline. Grace Yeager will take the throw for Illinois Tech. Hitchcock will touch it down, finds Allie Murray. Murray swings it wide to Yona Hara, has a little green in front of her, and she'll push it over to Valthulia. Valthulia cutting inside, swinging it to Murray. Murray wide to Yeager. Yeager up ahead, but no one breaking. They're a little off on the communication there. Yeager probably thought that Hitchcock was going to move forward. Instead, it was Hernandez coming but trailing on the play. But by that time, the ball was in the hands of Feenstra and the Flying Dutch. Schuth will knock it wide, and that one will go out of bounds before Smith will get there. It'll be a Hope College throw, Rad right in front of the Hawks bench. Kick toward the box, bodied up front by Schuth. And now a shot, and that one partially deflected, and then Hampton will fall on it, as that one never got on net. Shot attempt, but unable to capitalize was Hope College. Baltez to Murray. Murray to the circle, trying to get it to Hernandez, but nice job defensively there by Hope to pick that one off in the circle. I believe that was Megan McCauley. Kelly Hitchcock tried to push it upfield, and they're going to say it is Illinois Tech ball on the throw. Hitchcock has it near sideline, comes off the back line, finds Hernandez. Hernandez trying to swing it wide. Over to Murray, chip shot, Murray! And punched out of there by Feenstra. Not sure if that would have been on target, but Feenstra wasn't going to take any chances, and she pushed that one wide. So that'll be another corner kick for Illinois Tech. And we're waiting to see who's taking the corner. And it'll be Taylor Hernandez going back to the circle. The Hawks will line up in the same formation as the previous corner, with Smith up high, Yona Hara at the top of the box, and then Allie Murray inside. And Murray got the goal the last time off this play. Here's the kick by Hernandez. That one's going to hang up. Murray tried to get a piece of it, but Hope College was able to deflect that forward. And now here's the rush. Back heel. Kayla Smith able to touch that one and interrupt a Flying Dutch rush there. That was a big-time play as she got a back heel on it and moved it back upfield. Here's Valthulia for the Hawks. Now to Yona Hara with Murray in the middle. She's being pursued. Murray will change direction and swing it to Valthulia on the far side. She cuts inside, tried to feed it inside, deflected. Hope College looks to gather it up and push it upfield. They will, but Murray intercepts. Murray to Hitchcock. Hitchcock breaks free. Tried to punch it through, but denied by the Flying Dutch. Now they'll swing it over to the far side and out. And another substitution queuing up for Hope College. The next opportunity coming in will be Sophie Novak. As Illinois Tech trying to pursue the ball inside Hope territory, but Feenstra will guide it over to Adeline Rad. Rad being pressured from Smith. Smith in that near corner. And they're going to say it is Illinois Tech ball. Grace Yeager will take the throw for the Hawks. Finds Smith. Smith along the back line inside to Hitchcock. Hitchcock changes direction. Spins, goes up high. Hernandez, she was denied the ball. And that's going to be a foul on Hernandez, I believe, on number 20. She knocked down Claudia Folkert. Flying Dutch ball. 20:34 to go in the opening half. 1-0 Illinois Tech. Corner kick goal by Allie Murray on the header from the kick from Taylor Hernandez. Here comes Hope inside the zone, looking to build some offensive pressure here, as it's been a little lopsided to our left from your viewing vantage point. Now Rad will spin it inside the box, trying to at least. Denied entry by Kayla Smith, but kept in the zone nicely by Jenna Schreiber. Over to the far side, tracked down by the Dutch. In the circle goes Liz Bellinger. Bellinger to McCauley. And now McCauley upfield. Finds Fowler. Wide go the Flying Dutch. On the far side, trying to chip it in. And Liliana Schuth will boot that one upfield out of bounds. But it'll relieve some of the pressure for the moment. And here comes that substitution for Hope College. Again, coming in is Sophie Novak. And checking out will be Jenna Schreiber, number 23. No subs as of yet for Illinois Tech. Usually around the 15-minute mark, we might start seeing something for the Hawks. They have a couple players warming up along the sideline. Ball goes towards the box, but Kayla Smith is able to track that one down just outside the right post. Or Kayla Hampton, I should say. There's 3 Kaylas on the team this year. 2 on the field currently. Kayla Hampton, the goalkeeper. Kayla Smith, forward midfielder, defender, a little bit of everything. Valthulia inside the zone has Kayla Smith near the top of the box. Valthulia with the shot. That one goes in! To Vesta Valthulia. An unassisted tally for Valthulia, and the Hawks are up 2-0. So after 2 chances that went wide of the net, Valthulia on a rush along that far side, cutting inside and finally able to put it into the back of the net in that left corner, getting it past Feenstra, and now the Hawks are up 2-0 with 18:26 to go. So Valthulia continues to look dangerous offensively, and now inside the zone goes Fowler for the Dutch. Fowler shoots, and that one goes in. Grace Fowler gets a goal and answers right away for Hope College. So Fowler with the goal. No assist on that one, so Fowler immediately gets that goal back for the Dutch, pulls them back within 1. That was a tough play for Hampton. That was just a perfect shot by Fowler, but Fowler beating the defense, and that's the first goal the Hawks have allowed on the 25 season. They shut out their first 3 opponents, and the Flying Dutch, the first one able to hit the back of the net against the Scarlet Hawks. Now they're looking for more. They'll swing it wide over to Claudia Folkert, and that one goes wide. That'll be an Illinois Tech ball. Oh, some end-to-end action here with Valthulia putting the Hawks up 2-0, and immediately answering was Fowler and the Flying Dutch. It's 2-1. 17.5 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Beautiful night here in the city of Chicago. As that ball goes out of bounds, throw in for Hope College. In the circle, they go to Novak. Novak will swing it wide to Harris. And now Baltez. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Be a kick for Kayla Hampton and the Hawks. Hampton will just tap it in play to Baltez. Baltez quickly upfield finds Valtulia. Now Yonahara headed forward. It's going to be tracked down first by Hope, and then they'll throw it to Feenstra deep inside Flying Dutch territory. Feenstra releases to the outside wide. Into the circle now. Crossing the field, they find Rad, Adeline Rad. Cuts to the inside, gets past Smith. Rad. Now inside to Fowler. On that far side where I can't see right now. Here's Fowler again. Tried to shoot that one, but that one went off Smith. Now Murray back towards the box. It's going to go wide. A shot rolling. Doesn't get through. Schuth blocked it. And then it's thrown over to the far side. So Hope College getting some continued pressure inside the Hawk zone, looking to get the equalizer. And now Hampton looks to be winding up for the kick, but last time she just set it in play. This time she will kick it. Short of midfield, kept inside the zone by Olivia Dieppe. Murray from behind. Over to Yonahara. Intercepted by the Dutch. To the circle they go. Wide to Rad. Back up field they go, headed down by Yeager. Fowler will keep it in, however. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech ball. Grace Yeager will take the throw. As we're under 15 minutes to play, 14-25. 2-1 Illinois Tech. In the circle. Hope keeping it inside. Chipping it ahead. Shot's going to go wide by Lina Rea off the feed from Ainsley Harris. A couple more substitutions for Hope College now. Coming on as 15, that is Mia Hesley. Coming in for Audrey Usiak. And then Heidi Berkeley coming in for Claudia Folkert. And again, no subs as of the moment for Illinois Tech, so we're under the 15-minute mark. And it's still the starters out there for Coach Roshane Ellis and Scarlet Hawks. Here's Valthulia leading it ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez slowing it down. Back up high, but getting there first is Hope College. Out of bounds, it'll be Hope College ball on the throw in the far sideline. 13 minutes to go, 2-1 Illinois Tech, and now our first sub getting ready for the Scarlet Hawks. And I believe making her season debut will be Kayla Thomas. Been slowed by injury, but I think she's going to make her season debut here as she's the first sub queued up for the Hawks. Hernandez. Back to Murray. Murray being pressured from behind. Gets it to Ramos. Ramos to Hitchcock. Hitchcock ahead to cutting Grace Yeager. Yeager now trying to move it ahead. Headed back. Murray will track it down. Murray over to Ramos. Ramos spins wide. Tried to feed that one up front. No one in particular, however, and Hope College will take possession. With Murray battling on the far side, it'll be Illinois Tech throw. Actually, that's Yonahara. A couple subs now, so it's Kayla Thomas and Joanne Porter coming in for the Hawks. Thomas coming in for Valthulia, and Porter coming in for Hernandez. So Porter for Hernandez and Thomas for Valthulia. And those are your first two subs for Illinois Tech with 11:43 to go here in the opening half. Hitchcock. Back to Hitchcock. She maintains possession along that far sideline, cuts back inside the field, and now has the ball taken away. Knocked back in the zone by Yonahara. Thomas pushed it forward. Here's Kayla Thomas trying to break free, and getting first there is Feenstra before Thomas could get in on the play. So that would have been a nice welcome back to the 25 season for Kayla Thomas, but ball just moved out too far out in front, and Feenstra was able to grab it before Thomas can get there. Yonahara knocks it down at midfield. Now Schuth. Back to Thomas. Porter. Porter trying to squeeze that one into Ramos, but a good job defensively by the Flying Dutch to change direction and push it upfield into Hawks territory. That'll be a Dutch throw-in along the far sideline with 10:37 remaining in the opening stanza. Another substitution queuing up for the Hawks. That is number 12, Caitlin Walsh. Hope College shipping it towards the box. Headed out of there, but kept inside the zone by Fowler. Goes wide where Ramos will pick it up. Hawks will look to activate. Ramos ahead, picked off by the Dutch. They'll take it on the far side. Still inside the zone, Larea. She'll bring it back up high. Now that one lofted down by Fowler. Fowler trying to feed it inside. Now they're going wide. Along the back line, blocked by Baltez. That'll be a corner for Hope College, as Baltez was able to at least deny that offensive attack, but a corner kick coming for the Flying Dutch with 9.5 minutes remaining. Kick on the way by Rad. Ball is low. Getting there first is Porter. She'll boot it upfield to Kayla Smith. But getting there first was Megan McCauley. Now Fowler. Back inside the zone they go. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Baltez on the restart. Now Schuth. Yonahara. Ramos. Here's Kayla Thomas. Kayla Thomas has got some real estate in front of her. Thomas swings it up high to Porter. Porter will cut to the inside, had the ball knocked away, but Yonahara with support, and Feenstra dives on the shot up high from Yonahara. Check that. I think that was. Yeah, that was Yonahara. No, that was Ramos. My bad. That was Ramos on the shot. More subs for the Hawks. Caitlin Walsh in for Kelly Hitchcock. Out of bounds, Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in. It'll be Grace Yeager taking the throw. We're under 8 minutes to play, 7:54, 2-1 Illinois Tech. Yeager looking for an outlet. Trying to get it to Yeager in that corner. Kept inside the zone. Now Smith. Smith, tried to feed that one to Porter, but just went wide. Ramos was up high too, but whistled down anyways. Megan McCauley with the kick. She'll actually activate it back to Feenstra, back to McCauley. Porter applying pressure, headed upfield by Ainsley Harris. Back inside the zone they go. And now Caitlin Walsh trying to get it to midfield, but Ainsley Harris will pick it off. Harris inside now, overstepping it. And it looks like they got an offsides against the Dutch there. In ahead of the play was Heidi Berkey. No L there. Gabriella Baltes will take the kick. Baltes pushing it over midfield. They'll roll out of bounds, throw in for Hope College right in front of their bench. Adeline Rad. Illinois Tech ball on the throw. Grace Yeager. Yeager to Smith, who heads it back. It goes off of Caitlin Walsh, however. Throw in for the Dutch. Baltes pressuring the ball. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Illinois Tech ball. Good job defensively by Baltes, warding off Ainsley Harris there. Yeager with the throw. Knocked out. That'll continue to be Illinois Tech ball, throwing in front of their bench. As we're up to 5.5 minutes remaining in the opening frame. 2-1 Illinois Tech. Allie Murray will track it down, tried to slide tackle, unable to get there. And now here comes the Flying Dutch. Rhea, throw it to the McCauley. He'll swing it wide to Mia Hesley. Schuth will get there first and knock it out of bounds for a Hope College throw-in on that far sideline. Kayla Thomas battling, and they're going to say it's Hope College ball. Over the back line, and Illinois Tech goal kick. Hampton will lay it down and just set it in action. Over to Baltes. Finds Yona Hara. Yona Hara's pass deflected out. That's going to be Hope College throw. With 4 minutes remaining. Hope inside the Hawk zone. Caitlin Walsh, however, bringing it through the midfield stripe. Pushing it ahead, too far out ahead, and Feenstra will gather it up with pressure being applied by Walsh. This ball just got too far out in front of Caitlin Walsh. Now Feenstra will give it the boot. Looking for Ainsley Harris. Harris knocks it down, but Yeager, and they're going to get foul on Harris. So free kick for Yeager and the Hawks. And now they're going to have Baltes take it as Yeager will swing over to the left. Schuth has it back to Baltes. Baltes now finds Murray. Murray to Porter. Porter trying to swing it over to Smith, but that one goes wide over the back line. Goal kick for the Flying Dutch. Under 3 minutes to play, 2:53. And a 2-1 game, Illinois Tech leading. Goals for the Hawks by Murray and Valthulia. And for the Flying Dutch, Grace Fowler. Feenstra finds Liz Bellinger. Hawks will gain possession. Yonahara to Ramos. Ramos to Kayla Thomas. Thomas. That one knocked out. goal kick for the Flying Dutch. Coach Ellison exhorting his team to finish the half strong here. You can't say enough, though, about the Hope response to the Valthuya goal just seconds after she scored for the Hawks. Fowler getting it right back to cut it back to a 1-goal deficit. That's a big goal, even if the score remains the same here. It's still anybody's ball game. Hawks still holding the lead, but Hope College has been getting better offensive pressure as the second half, or as the first half has gone along. Minute 25 remaining in the first half. Hope will swing it back to Feenstra. Actually, yeah, it'll go to Feenstra. And Feenstra now to McCauley. Back to Feenstra, where Porter will pursue. And now Feenstra will just chip it forward. That ball hung up there for a while. Now McCauley, intercepted by Caitlin Walsh, has Porter. Joanne Porter. The ball got past her, and then she was shielded from it. Nice recovery by the Flying Dutch, and then Feenstra will field it and kick it quickly upfield with 41 seconds remaining. Baltez from behind. And they're going to get a foul. That foul goes against Lina Rea on Baltez. Baltez shaken up after that play. For the Hawks, good, it's halftime. As Gabby Baltez, the Iron Woman for the Hawks, she's played 90 minutes in every match, all 3 matches this season. She usually does. Time winding down in the first half. And your your halftime score, Illinois Tech 2 and Hope College 1. We'll take an audio break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network, and we'll be back near second half start with your statistics for the first half. Illinois Tech 2, Hope College 1. You're watching Illinois Tech Women's Soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. And back at Stuart Field, it's a 2-1 lead for Illinois Tech women's soccer over the Hope College Flying Dutch. Pair of goals for Illinois Tech from Allison Murray and Tavessa Valthulia. But about 40 seconds later, Grace Fowler got an unassisted goal for the Flying Dutch to cut the deficit back to 1. And that's where we stand, 2-1. Shots in that first half, 9-3 in favor of Illinois Tech. A pair of corner kicks for each team. 3 saves by goalkeeper Clara Feenstra for the Flying Dutch. No saves for Kayla Hampton. She did allow that 1 goal. That was an amazing shot. Could have been a cross, but it was a shot as well. And wound up in the back of the net for Fowler. No way that Hampton could have fielded that one. So that is where we stand. There were 5 fouls by the Dutch, 1 by Illinois Tech. There were no cards in that opening half. We get ready for second half play. Illinois Tech will be going left to right here in the second half, and Hope College right to left. Again, Hope College in their road blue with orange numerals, white trim. Illinois Tech in their home white with red numerals and red trim. Hope College will start it off for the second half. This is Eric Willowhite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Thank you for joining us on our broadcast this evening. From the south side of Chicago, it's cooled down a little bit. No breeze to speak of. The flag is just really still. We're down to about low 70s right now. Again, Hope College and Grace Fowler will start things off for the second half. And we're underway. Kick into the zone. That one hung up a while. Yonahara wasn't able to square up that header. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Olivia Dieppe and the Flying Dutch on the near side here. This is the part of the game where I get to call all the players from the opposing team that I didn't see in the first half because they were on the far side of the field. And Dieppe, I think I might have only said her name maybe 1 or 2 times. So on the field for the Dutch, 11 Dieppe, 15 Hesley, 19 Bellinger. There's a shot towards the box. That's going to go wide. Yonahara will track it down. And then knocked out of there by Valthulia. Also 25, Megan McCauley. We mentioned for Grace Fowler. Still in goal is Feenstra. 22, Ainsley Harris. 23, Jenna Schreiber. Corner kick coming for Hope College. And taking that will be Shad. I think that's Adeline Shad, or Rad. Ball goes wide, and then the follow-up shot, that's going to go out of the field onto 31st Street. That'll be a goal kick for Kayla Hampton. That'll as Liliana Schuth plays it in the near corner, punches it upfield, but that's going to be knocked down by Mia Hesley. Up high to Hitchcock for the Scarlet Hawks. Hitchcock, Ramos, Valthulia, Hernandez, Kayla Smith. Here's Valthulia. Cuts to the inside, she does. Now finds Hernandez. Hernandez gets out of there with the ball to Hitchcock. And then feeding it forward, but no one home, and it'll go to Feenstra. Baltez, Schuth, Yeager and Yonahara on the back line for the Hawks. Mentioned Ramos, Hitchcock, Valthulia, Hernandez, Kayla Smith, Allie Murray at midfield. And now Hernandez shielding the ball, trying to cross it over to Valthulia. Now to Ramos. Ramos spins to the inside, try to feed it to a cutting Kayla Smith, but that was knocked upfield by the Flying Dutch. Now Schuth. Valthulia too far out in front of Yonahara, will go out of bounds, a throw in for the Flying Dutch. So you go over inventory for Hope College again. Lina Reyes out there. Also have 27, Holly Bernard's back on the field. Barnard. Here comes Valthulia inside. Has Hernandez. Hernandez tried to move forward, but it rolled too far out. It'll be knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Hawks. Lena Yonahara will take the throw. Knocked out of bounds. Illinois Tech throw in once more. And knocked out. Illinois Tech throw in once more. And we'll do it again. Yonahara pushes that over to Hernandez. And Valthulia tries to get a shot off, gathers it back up too far out in front, but then Allie Murray will field it. Trying to reach Kayla Smith. Hope College will chip it ahead. Got a foot race here. Cross over to Ainsley Harris. Harris trying to take it wide. Harris, she's denied entry, as on the recovery there was Gabby Baltez. And it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. So Gabby Baltez coming there to support Schuth. And Harris looking to get a shot off, never was able to. So the Hawks able to withstand that rush by the Flying Dutch. Over to Baltez. Now Grace Yeager, far side. Yeager punches it upfield to Kayla Smith. Here's Smith. Smith ahead. Smith trying to cross. Oh, and a nice defensive play by Hope College as Valthulia was waiting for it, but cutting in was Olivia Dieppe to prevent Valthulia from getting a shot off, and that'll result in a Hawk corner kick. Taylor Hernandez will take it in this near corner. What a great play by Dieppe defensively, as Feenstra was not going to save that one. Had that one got to Valthulia. Corner kick goes to the side of the net from Hernandez, so that'll result in a goal kick for Hope College. 2-1 Illinois Tech, 38-24 to go in the second half. The second meeting between these two schools. Hope College winning the initial meeting last September 2-1 up in Holland. Ball is going to go out of bounds in front of the Hawk bench. Throw in for Hope College. Here's Baltez. Swinging it to Yeager. That's going to be a foot race. And Holly Barnard is able to track it down for Hope College. But here's Kelly Hitchcock moving upfield, spinning. She'll slow it down. Drop it back to Yeager. Yeager will punch it upfield. No one there, however. That'll roll over to that far corner and eventually roll out for a goal kick for Clara Feenstra and the Flying Dutch. Kick from Feenstra, just short of midfield. The ball is bodied down by Holly Bernard. Throw in for the Flying Dutch far side. Kayla Smith tracks down the loose ball, gets it over to Schuth. Illinois Tech ball far side for the throw. It's Grace Yeager. Intended recipient was Taylor Hernandez. Yeager gets it back. Finds Kelly Hitchcock. Pushes it ahead. But knocking it out of there is Megan McCauley for a throw in. A little deeper inside Hope territory. Yeager up high. Hawks like getting that ball to Yeager where she can activate. But now Fowler will take the ball for the Flying Dutch. Baltez activating from the back line. That's going to be a foul on Lina Rea on Baltez. So a free kick coming. Grace Yeager will take that. And you're going to see Baltez head towards the box. Kayla Smith off to the side. In the circle is Schuth. That one just missed the header. Oh, and the shot goes wide from Ramos. I think just missed the header from Hitchcock, and then the ball came back out. Ramos put a shot towards the net, but it curled wide of the left post. And now it's a goal kick for Feenstra and Hope College. 35 minutes to go here in the second half. 2-1 Illinois Tech. Feenstra's kick. Ainsley Harris will bring it upfield. Harris being tracked by Yonahara. Harris take it to the near corner. Harris spins back to the inside. Now she'll go up high, finding Dieppe. Far side, here's Rad throwing it towards the box. Kayla Hampton will haul that one in for the Scarlet Hawks. So good sequence there for the Flying Dutch, but results in Hampton fielding the shot from Rad, Adeline Rad. Schuth to Murray. Murray cuts back to the inside, and now Yonahara. Over midfield goes Yonahara. Along the near sideline, Valtulia takes it high, tried to feed that one into Hitchcock, but wasn't able to square it up. Hope College got it. No foul called there. Here's Ainsley Harris. From behind, Ramos, and now Yonahara will take it the other way with Harris pursuing. Baltez up the middle. Strong kick, pushing it over to Kayla Smith. Knocks it down to Hitchcock. Tried to get it back to Smith. That'll be a throw in for Illinois Tech, knocked out by Hope College. Far side throw, Grace Yeager will take that. Yeager trying to get it to Smith. That'll continue to be Illinois Tech ball, a little deeper into Flying Dutch territory. And now Taylor Hernandez, unable to track that ball down, punched up field by Fowler. Kept in by Yeager. Now Ramos tried to play it. And then McCauley taken by Yeager. Grace Yeager. Kayla Smith now. Smith with the shot. That's going to go high and wide on the shot from Kayla Smith. So just kind of how it was in that first half, Hawks putting on the early pressure. They had several chances in that first half go wide, and then ultimately able to dent the scoreboard was Allie Murray on a corner kick, and then Valthulia on her third attempt was finally able to get the back of the net after going wide on a couple glorious chances. But then about 40 seconds after Valthulia scored to give the Hawks a 2-0 lead, Grace Fowler got one back for the Flying Dutch, and that's where we stand, 2-1, with Grace Yeager pushing it ahead, trying to reach Kelly Hitchcock. And they're going to get the offsides against the Hawks. 31 and a half minutes to go, and a 2-1 lead for Illinois Tech. Looks like we'll get our first substitution for Hope College here in the second half, I should say. Pair of substitutions. Feenstra will swing it wide over to McCauley. Putting on pressure was Kayla Smith. Trying to body that ball down. Now Hitchcock. Over to Ramos. Ramos trying to get it to Yonahara. Yonahara spinning back to Murray. Back to Yonahara. Hawks will swing it to Schuth now on the near side. Trying to get that one to Ramos. Ramos taking it on the back line. Ramos. And a good pick there defensively. I think that was McCauley again. It'll be a throw in for Hope College. So a pair of subs, 9 and 20 coming in. That's Laura Ellinger and Claudia Folkert. And coming out is Holly Barnard and Jenna Schreiber for the Flying Dutch. Yonahara with the steal on the near sideline. Here comes Ramos. Ramos taking off the ball, and then Feenstra comes out. Dives on it. And we have an injured player for Hope College as the training staff's going to go to take a look. Can't see who that is at the moment. So clock stop with 29:26 to go in the second half. An injured Flying Dutch player. Kayla Thomas was getting ready to check in next opportunity for Illinois Tech. She'll be the first Hawks sub of the second half, and then in place of the injured player will be Sophie Novak. And I think it's 19. Might be Liz. I'll just have to wait and see. As she's getting helped over to the bench area. 19, so that's Liz Ellinger. Is getting assisted off the field. And she'll come over to the training table. And coming in for Ellinger will be number 13, Sophie Novak. Coming in for Illinois Tech will be Kayla Thomas, number 20. And Allie Murray will check out. Wow. Well, Scarlet Hawk fans, Illinois Tech women's volleyball won their first match of the season on the road at Elmhurst. It went to 5 sets. Then the Hawks had enough of this, and they won set 5, 15-0 to gather their first victory of the season against Elmhurst Blue Jays. Ball is loose. Then kicked out of there. Oh, that was a dangerous moment as Hampton gets back to the net. That's going to be a throw-in for Hope College. So moments of trepidation here. Hawks trying to push it forward. Baltez gets it up high. McCauley tries to punch it down. And that'll be Hope College throw far sideline. Kelly Hitchcock to Yeager. Knocked back inside the zone by the Dutch and Fowler. Ainsley Harris will swing it wide. Over to Folkert. Folkert tries to put it on net. That one's deflected, but Hampton falls on it anyways to gather it up. Try and get the Hawks back on offense. She'll roll it over to Gabby Baltez. Baltez to Yeager, far side. So with Thomas going in for the Hawks, he's playing that right wing side. Kayla Smith has dropped to the right back position with Thomas up front. And Yonahara moving up to midfield. With Smith taking the right back position. Here comes the Dutch inside the zone. Yonahara swings it upfield. Found Hernandez. Then the ball's out of her reach, but it's kept in by the Hawks. Yonahara. Now back to Baltez. Baltez in the circle. Here's Kayla Smith. Smith leaving it to Yonahara. Also Yeager there for support. Back to Baltez. Baltez will punch it upfield to the circle. Bodied down by Hernandez. Trying to feed it through to Thomas. Thomas putting the pressure on, but getting there first was Olivia Dieppe. Throws it to Feenstra, who lofts it forward. Headed down by Ramos. Now Thomas. Kayla Thomas. Smith activates. Here's Fowler. Fowler cutting to the inside. Long feed trying to get it over to Folkert, but that's tracked down by Yeager, who gets it to Hampton, the Hawks goalkeeper. 25:39 to go in the second half. Illinois Tech holding on to a 2-1 lead. That one rolls off of Baltez, but she tracks it down on that far side, gets it up to Yeager to Hitchcock. Yeager to Hernandez. Oh, that one went off of Ramos as Hernandez was trying to get that one over to Thomas. Here comes Hope College and quickly go the other way. They're going to take it wide. Linarea. Now Fowler. That's going to go to Valthulia. Headed back in by Hope College. Swinging it wide to Adeline Rad. Rad, left foot shot. That one doesn't get through. Headed down by Baltez. Chip shot. Ball is loose. And a goal. Was it? So giving the goal to Claudia Fulkert. And that ties the match up at 2 with 24:33 remaining. Hampton tried to make that initial save and kept it out of the box, but in doing so, the ball was laying loose in the box. She tried to recover, but Fulkert was there to push it past, and we have ourselves a tie ball game. Baltes back to Hampton. That'll be Illinois Tech ball. Hampton swings it wide to Yeager on the far side. Yeager settles it down and brings it upfield. Oh, a couple Hawk players collide. Hawks regain possession, however, and swing it wide over to Kayla Smith. Smith tries to knock it down. Keeps it in. Good effort by Smith. Now to Thomas over in that far corner, knocked out of bounds by Mia Hesley. It'll be a throw-in for the Hawks and Smith. So an opportunistic goal by the Flying Dutch has them square with Illinois Tech here midway through the second half, 2-2. Hawks had a 2-0 lead, and Hope College has scored the last two unanswered. Inside the zone go the Flying Dutch. Now they've gathered a little bit of energy from that tying goal from Fulkert. Smith battling there with Harris. Over to the far near corner, Dieppe. Dieppe along the back line. Towards the box, that's moved up front. Now Rad will push it back towards the box. Knocked away by Yeager from Fulkert, and then upfield they go. McCauley will track it down and get it to the middle of the circle to Mia Hesley. Here's Hitchcock. She'll send it back to Baltes. Over to Hampton. Baltes to Yeager. Upfield to Valthulia. Hope College hauls it back in. Yeager had it for a moment but slipped. Valthulia trying to get it to the circle to Ramos. Ramos has a little green in front of her. Now feeding it to Thomas, trying to cross it over to Hernandez. Knocked out of there, however, by the Dutch. Smith tries to keep it inside the zone. And it's going to be Hope College ball. Race for the ball on the near sideline. Baltes will get there first. Swings it over to Hampton. Oh. Don't know what Hampton was doing there with a player coming up. She pushed the ball forward. That was not the desired play. But just emphasizes the fact that Hope College has picked up momentum from that tying goal, and a lot of the pressure has been to our left here since then. Hawks just haven't been able to regroup and reestablish some possession. They've had some opportunities between the boxes, but nothing really in the box since that tying goal. Pushing it ahead, too far out in front and tracked down by Jenna Schreiber, who gets it to Feenstra. Ramos to Hitchcock. Hitchcock surveys the landscape, cuts to the inside, feeds Ramos. Ramos has Smith to her left. Ramos cuts back inside, gets it to Hitchcock. Back out to Hernandez, who boots that one too high. Wasn't able to square it up, and it goes high off the backstop over the net. So at least that was a good opportunity for the Hawks to get a little pressure here as Allie Murray will get ready to check back in for Illinois Tech on the next opportunity. Header to the circle. Smith heads it back into Dutch territory. And then knocked down. Here comes Flying Dutch. Yonahara upfield. Ramos to Thomas. Hawks passing hasn't been too crisp here in this second half. Just missing on some connections there is always is the case. Players trying to anticipate where the ball's going, and they've just kind of been off target on that. Here comes Allie Murray in, re-entering. And coming out will be Taylor Hernandez. Valthulia will go back to the right wing spot. Kayla Thomas to the left wing now, with Murray now back in the midfield spot. Hitchcock will move it forward for Illinois Tech. Kelly Hitchcock. Pushed forward by Hope College. Back inside the Hawk zone they go. Heidi Berkey. The ball's going to roll to Hampton, who will direct traffic here. And pushing it upfield, that's going to be tracked down, however. And it's going to roll over the back line off the foot of Olivia Dieppe. A couple substitutions queuing up here for Hope. Re-entering will be Grace Fowler and Lina Rea. And coming out will be Lauren Ellinger. And Heidi Berkey. Hampton to Baltez. Swings it over to Grace Yeager on the left side. Hope College inside the circle they go. Swing it over to the near side. It's going to roll out. It'll be a throw in for Illinois Tech. Ball is taken from the throw, off the throw by Olivia Dieppe. Hitchcock tries to gather it up. She comes out with it. Now finds Ramos. Ramos cutting to the inside. Ball rolls free, but Valthulia is there for support. Now back to Ramos. Ramos will take it wide. Now Smith. Smith loses possession. Here comes Hope College. They go the other way. Steaming upfield, Zainsley Harris. Harris goes to the outside. And drops it to Lina Rea. That's going to be Illinois Tech ball. We're under 15 minutes remaining. It's 2-2. Between Illinois Tech and Hope College in non-conference women's soccer Division III action. Liliana Schuth upfield to Murray, but it's taken by Fowler, who swings it over to Sophie Novak. It's going to go out on the far side, throw in for Grace Yeager. Baltez to Schuth. Schuth to Yonahara, back to Baltez. Taken by the Dutch. Played down by Baltez. And Rad will chip it towards the box, headed out of there by Schuth. Chipped back in. But Murray's there to throw it back upfield. Here's Kelly Hitchcock. Hitchcock swings it to Yeager. Yeager has some room along that near far sideline. Throws it back to Ramos. Now Valthulia. Her shot goes wide. And she's been off target a few times tonight. That one might have been deflected, however. Substitution. Checking back in, Holly Barnard. And coming out is Claudia Folkert. 13-17 to go. And the kick on the way from Feenstra. Headed down by Schuth. Played by Yonahara at midfield. Finds Kayla Smith. Push back upfield. Here's Harris. Harris along the near sideline. Yonahara defending. Harris gets by a couple defenders, but Kayla Smith able to recover. Now Valthulia finds Ramos. Leaves it for Hitchcock. Hitchcock off target there between her and Kayla Thomas in terms of where to go with the ball. Thomas was not pursuing. And a drop kick there from Feenstra, headed by Yeager to the circle. Here's Ainsley Harris. Played by Kayla Smith. Harris gets out with it. But punched upfield by Schuth. Headed forward by Hitchcock. Chip back towards midfield. And now Valthulia. Trying to area play. Kayla Thomas and Hannah Ramos were in the vicinity. Now here's Yonahara. Yonahara has Valthulia coming in all alone. Shot! And right into the hands. Valthulia off target. She had a wide open net there, but right into the hands of Feenstra. Clara Feenstra. Big save for the Flying Dutch there. And even though Valthulia's got a goal on the day, she's a little frustrated. She's had several opportunities, just been off target. And that one not going where she wanted to put it, but she wanted to get that shot off and went into the hands of Feenstra. Far sideline. And it's going to go over the back line. It'll be a goal kick for Hope College as we're coming up on 11 minutes remaining here in the second half. Hawks have been regaining some offensive energy here. Missing on a couple opportunities, but looking to continue the pressure to get the go-ahead goal and reclaim the lead, which was once a 2-0 lead. But Hope College stayed patient to their attack, and they're going to get the foul on Baltez as a Hope College player is down on the middle of the field there. And back on her feet. So it'll be a free kick for Hope College. was number 10. That was Lina Rea, who Baltez collided with. There's Rad with the kick. Nice kick. That's going to go wide, and it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Substitution now coming back on for Hope College is Heidi Berkey, and checking out is Ainsley Harris. Harris played well. She was one of the first substitutions that Coach Van Noord sent in that first half for the Flying Dutch, and then she started the second half. So she played very well. She was very active out there, 22 in blue. Here's Kayla Thomas on the far side, but that's going to be Flying Dutch ball with 9:42 to go. So this is going to be an interesting 9.5 minutes here. See if anyone can get the go-ahead goal or if we're going to remain a draw. A lot can be decided here in these 9+ minutes. Chip toward the box. Headed back up by Schuth, and then knocked out of there by Yonahara. So good job by Yonahara recovering and knocking it out for a throw. Throw for the Dutch. Olivia Dieppe looking for an outlet. She'll swing it over to Rea. Along the back line, Rea. Leaving it for Dieppe on the back line, punching it through. Baltez will knock it out of there, knock back towards the net, and then Baltez will chip it upfield. Hitchcock knocks it down. Hitchcock still with possession. And now Schuth will knock it upfield. Headed down by Dieppe. And now McCauley and Hope College will look to reset. Here's Kayla Thomas. Thomas for the Hawks to Ramos, swinging it to Yeager. Across the midfield stripe goes Yeager. Her pass intended for Ramos, picked off, however, by Jenna Schreiber. And a player down for the Hawks, that's Ramos. There's Valthulia along the near sideline. Gets it over to Murray. Murray chipping it towards the box. That's going to go wide as Feenstra dives for it. You see Ramos coming up a little shaken up after that contact push from behind, no call. Feenstra will take the kick with 7.5 minutes remaining. To the circle. Yeager takes it through into the circle. Off of Murray from behind. Now Yeager once more. Finds Yonahara. Yonahara to Valthulia. Little give and go now to try and get it to Kayla Smith. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Illinois Tech. Kayla Smith. Near sideline. Schuth tries to keep it inside the zone, but it's going to go wide and into the Hawks' territory where Grace Yeager will settle it down and throw it to Hampton. Hampton back to Baltez. Baltez upfield. Now Kayla Thomas. Thomas over midfield, now steps back, gets it to Ramos. Ramos to Murray. Murray over to Kayla Smith. Headed over to Valthulia. Ooh, tried to squeeze it through to Smith, but a good defensive play by Dieppe. And now here goes the Flying Dutch. Heidi Berkey. Berkey throwing it towards the box. Diving and making a grab there is Kayla Hampton. And that's a big play because Barnard was streaking in from the right side, and she would have had that ball for a tap-in. Here's Yonahara. Over to Smith. Smith has it roll off. She'll recover, however, and move it upfield, trying to find Allie Murray. It'll be Illinois Tech ball. Kayla Smith with the throw. She's looking for an outlet. And we get a foul. Foul on Mia Hesley, so that'll be a free kick for Illinois Tech. Be Kayla Smith lining up to take the free kick. She's stretching out her calf there. So big free kick here with 4.5 minutes remaining. Kayla Smith chipping it towards the box, and that's headed out of there by McCauley, I believe. Now the Dutch look to go the other way. Kayla Thomas trying to keep it inside. That's going to be Flying Dutch ball on that far sideline. Substitution coming back in is Ainsley Harris for Hope College. And checking out is Lena Rea. Hannah with good, Ramos with good defensive play, but Hope gets it back. I'll swing it wide over to Dieppe. Pressure from Valthulia, and it's going to be Illinois Tech ball. Throw in for Kayla Smith. Finds Liliana Schuth. Upfield, Smith, headed forward by Kelly Hitchcock and Valthulia on a foot race there, but it's won by Mia Hesley, who drops it back to McCauley. And now over to Heenstra. Good job there by Olivia Dieppe to maintain possession for Hope College. And now Ainsley Harris, Liliana Schuth. Harris. Pushed upfield off the back of Fowler, kept in by Hope College. Here's Fowler chipping it back towards the box, but Grace Yeager throws it back up front. Hope College looks to maintain possession. They will. As Adelaine Rad. But now Yonahara picks it off. 2:41 remaining. Yonahara upfield, neighborhood play, but no one in the neighborhood for the Hawks. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be Hope College ball on the far side with 2.5 minutes to go in this 2-2 ball game here in the second half. Ramos, Hannah Ramos. Pushing upfield goes Ramos, taking off the ball. They're going to go far sideline, Barnard. That's Illinois Tech ball. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining. Grace Yeager throw in, looking for an outlet. Still looking. Hitchcock knocks it down. Plays it. Has some room. Hitchcock finds Murray. Over to Ramos, trying to swing it to Valthulia, but that was knocked out of the way. Ball headed upfield. Smith. Harris gets there first. Punched out of bounds. Illinois Tech throw in. Down to 1:18 remaining. Fowler pushes it upfield. Schuth. Hampton will boot it back into There's Kelly Hitchcock's going to have to go wide, not going to be able to track it down, however. It's going to go roll out of bounds. It'll be Dutch ball on that far sideline. Headed by Illinois Tech, chipped up field. Knocked down. Here's Murray. Murray trying to push it through. She's fouled. No call. Or she's taken down, no call. I can't say fouled. And now we'll get an Illinois Tech foul. So with 19 seconds remaining. 15 seconds. Rad will kick it downfield. Ball is loose. Punch back upfield. Fowler with the shot. Ball knocked down. And the final score, Hope College comes from behind, trailing 2-0. And the game ends in a 2-2 draw. So a good road draw for Hope College after dropping their last two up in Minnesota over the weekend. They come to Chicago. The Scarlet Hawks still have not beaten Hope College. They lost to them 2-1 last year, and this year a 2-2 draw after having a 2-0 lead. That goal 40 seconds later by Grace Fowler really changed the complexion of the game. And your final score, Illinois Tech 2 and Hope College 2. So that'll do it here from Stuart Field. This is the last home event for the week. And we'll be back next Wednesday when Illinois Tech women's soccer will be hosting Aurora in our first conference match of the season next Wednesday, 7 p.m. right here at Stuart Field and on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Women's soccer will be on the road this Saturday as they travel to Rose-Hulman in Indiana. This is Eric Willowite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. Again, final score, Illinois Tech 2, Hope College 2. So long, everybody.